Hello, today we're going to share on the readings of the second Sunday of Ordinary Time, and today is the 19th of January 2025, and here the outstanding point here in the Gospel is that Jesus turned water into wine at the wedding banquet in Cana of Galilee, performing his first miracle. The first reading would be from Isaiah. For Zion's sake, I will not be silent. That means God. I will not be silent. For Jerusalem's sake, I will not be quiet until her vindication shines forth like the dawn, and her victory like a burning torch. Nations shall behold your vindication, and all the kings your glory. You shall be called by a new name pronounced by the mouth of the Lord. You shall be a glorious crown in the hand of the Lord, a royal diadem held by a God. No more shall people call you forsaken, or your land desolate. So here Isaiah was telling the people that God would care for them, and they will no longer be called forsaken or the land desolate. But you shall be called my delight. That means God's love and care for them. And your land espoused. God's care. For the Lord delights in you and makes your land his spouse. So he was caring for them like his spouse. As a young man marries a virgin, your builder shall marry you. And as a bridegroom rejoices in his bride, so shall your God rejoice in you. So here Isaiah was talking about God loving Israel as if they were his wife. Here we come to the second reading of 1 Corinthians, and the apostle said, brothers and sisters, there are different kinds of spiritual gifts, but the same Spirit, different forms of service, but the same Lord, different workings, but the same God, who produces all of them in everyone. So there are many gifts, many forms, many workings, and but from God, and and given to different people. To each individual, the manifestation of the Spirit is given for some benefit. So charisms or gifts of the Spirit would be for the benefit of all. To one is given through the Spirit the expression of wisdom, to another the expression of knowledge, according to the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, to another gifts of healing by the one Spirit. So different gifts, the same Spirit. To another mighty deeds, to another prophecy, to another discernment of spirits, to another varieties of tongues, to another interpretation of tongues, but the one and the same Spirit produces all of these, distributing them individually to each person as he wishes. So one Spirit, the same Spirit, but different gifts to different people, all for the benefit of the people. Now we come to the Gospel of John. There was a wedding at Cana in Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. Jesus and his disciples were also invited to the wedding. When the wine ran short, the mother of Jesus said to him, "They have no wine." And Jesus said to her, "Woman, how does your concern affect me? My hour has not yet come." But Mary, his mother Mary, understood Jesus and knew what he would do something. So his mother said to the servers, "Do whatever he tells you." Now there were 6 stone water jars there for Jewish ceremonial washings, each holding 20 to 30 gallons. Jesus said to them, "Fill the jars with water." So they filled them to the brim. Then he told them, "Draw some out now and take it to the head waiter." So they took it. And when the head waiter tasted the water that had become wine, without knowing where it came from, although the servers who had drawn the water knew, the head waiter called the bridegroom and said to him, "Everyone serves good wine first, and then, when people have drunk freely, an inferior one. But you have kept the good wine until now." So here, Jesus turned water into good wine, tasty wine, even tastier than the original wine that was served. So here, Jesus turned water into wine and performing his first miracle. These are the jars. So here we have come to the second Sunday of Ordinary Time. This is January 19th. Jesus turned water into wine at Cana, the wedding banquet, performing his first miracle, revealing his power and glory. This was indicative that he was the Messiah, with the power to perform miracles. And his disciples began to believe in him. So this was the beginning of the public life of Jesus, and showing that, making the people know that he was the Messiah and he had the power to perform miracles. So, and also at many weddings, we would read from this passage about Christ turning wine into water into wine at the wedding, to emphasize the importance of wedding, and that it is also connected with God, and a very important thing. Okay, so let us remember that the Holy Spirit has many gifts for us, and all these gifts go to different people, but all for the benefit of all. And one Spirit, many gifts to different people for the benefit of all. So remember this, and remember Christ performing his first miracle, and his giving importance the wedding, and the wedding is a special thing for God. Okay? God bless. God bless.